What up, donkeys? JackAce here with JackAce.com, and I'm here with another roulette system. This one is called Multi-Level Martingale. As its name implies, this is a system where you martingale when you lose. In fact, you 3x martingale when you lose. The starting initial bet is $60, so when you 3x martingale, that jumps to 180, and then 540. And after that, you can either choose to go to 840 or 1620, or not even go to that fourth tier at all. Let's go ahead and take a look at this system. We have a starting $2 million balance, and we're going to bet $40 on the high numbers and $10 on two uncovered double streets. We're going to opt for the 7 through 12 double street and the 13 through 18 double street. That's a total of $60 being bet. Let's go ahead and spin. On a single zero roulette wheel, the expected loss per spin is $1.62. On a double zero roulette wheel, the expected loss per spin is $3.15. So we just hit 22. That's in the 19 through 36 range. So that's a $20 win. Let's go ahead and rebet and respin.
No more bets.
If you hit that 19 through 36, that's a $20 win. If you hit one of your double streets, that is a push. For example, this is a push. And then we have 7 whacks, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So that was a push. We're going to rebet and respin.
No more bets.
So basically, you want to avoid those 7 whacks. You want to hit your high numbers, and pushing is fine. That's another $20 win. Let's go ahead and rebet and respin.
No more bets.
That's good. Another high number. Rebet, respin.
No more bets.
CEG originally gave this system a grapefruit. I gave this system a C, a plum. And we can go into the reasons why in a little bit. That was another $20 win. We're doing pretty good. So if we are up 4 bets or 8 units, however you want to look at that, let's rebet and respin.
No more bets.
That's 23. That's another high number. As long as we stay on that side of the felt, we're good. We're up 5 $20 wins. Let's go ahead and rebet and respin.
No more bets.
So there's our first whack. That's a $60 loss. And now we 3x martingale. There is no 3x button, so we have to do it manually. Here's 120 instead of 40, and here is 30. And here's another 30 on the 2 double streets. Total of $180 being bet. Let's go ahead and spin.
No more bets.
And here we have recovered. That's a $60 win. That erases the $60 that we just lost. So now we have to rebet.
No more bets.
And spin. Eight, that's a push. 7 through 18 is push territory.
No more bets.
21, that's another win. So now we're up 6 $20 wins, and let's go ahead and rebet and
No more
respin.
bets.
Six, that's a whack. So we are back into tier 2 again. Let's go ahead and bet 120 on the high numbers and 30 for 30.
No more bets.
$180 being bet. Let's hit those high numbers. There we go. That's our recovery. And then we drop back down to the $40 10-10 bet.
No more bets.
With this system, you have 81% coverage of the wheel on a single zero wheel. We have 78.9% coverage on a double zero wheel. Let's go ahead and rebet and respin.
No more bets.
Of course, a big chunk of that are the pushes, so it's not like you win 80% of the time. There we go with another whack. 7 numbers is a pretty big gap for you to try to avoid, so you are going to occasionally hit it. So be prepared to jump tiers. The problem is when you have to jump more than one tier. So now we're betting $180 again. Let's go ahead and spin.
No more bets.
Let's hit our high numbers. Boom. That's a whack. So now we bet 90, 90, 360. This is a total of $540 being bet. This is 540 being bet. Let's go ahead and
No
spin
more
and
bets.
let's hit our high number. That was fortunate. That is a $180 recovery. And now we reset to the first tier, which is $40 plus 10 plus 10.
No more bets.
$16, that's a push. Let's go ahead and rebet and respin.
No more bets.
$28, that's a high number. That's a good win. If you enjoy learning about roulette systems, you can come visit my website, JackAce.com. I have a system catalog of over 200 roulette systems with spin-by-spin results as spun by the CEG Dealer School. I also have a tool there called the Roulette Bet Analyzer,
No more bets.
which you can enter your roulette bets. It'll tell you how much you're going to win for each number, for your expected losses, what your comp value is, what your equity per spot is. It'll also show you a graph of what your wins and losses will look like. I have a great collection of tools for people who are interested in crafting roulette systems, so take a visit if you're interested in systems such as these. Let's go ahead and rebet and respin.
No
We
more
just hit
bets.
28 again. That was another $20 win. 18, that's a push.
No more bets.
$11, that's a push. So this system is called multi-level martingale, but you can choose how deep you want to take the martingales. I feel like 3 levels is the max number of levels I'm comfortable with,
No more
especially with
bets.
this 3x nature. You're going from $60 per spin to $540. Here's a whack. So things get pretty scary pretty quickly. So now we're going to go up to 120 here. We are at the $180 betting tier. Let's go ahead and spin.
No more bets.
$19, that's a recovery. That's great. So let's go ahead and bet the first tier again, 40, 10, 10. We are back down to the $60 tier. And let's go ahead and spin.
No more bets.
$13, that's a push. So right now we're up $120, which is 6 of those $20 wins. Let's go ahead and rebet and
No more
respin.
bets.
$29, that's a win. Rebet,
No more
respin.
bets.
I'll do this a couple more times and I'll show you how I might slightly modify this system. It's just a minor improvement, or it's something that I consider an improvement because I don't like making as many bets. This is only 3 bets, so it's not that big of a deal, but
No more bets.
I like to reduce the number of bets that I'm making when possible. 31, that's a win. We're currently up 160 or 8 $20 wins. Let's go ahead and rebet
No more bets.
and respin. $30, that's another win. And you can change the bets up if you like. Instead of betting the high numbers, you can bet the low numbers, the 1 through 18. And then you just bet 2 uncovered double streets on the high side. Let's go ahead and rebet,
No more
respin.
bets.
That's a push. And let me just show you how I might change this system up a little bit. You could just bet $40 on the high numbers and then $20 on the first dozen. You can't bet the second or third dozen because they overlap. So here you still have 12 numbers that push and 18 numbers where you win $20. And let's go ahead and spin.
No more bets.
This is still a total of $60 being bet. You have the same number of whacks, same number of pushes, and we hit for a push. Let's go ahead and spin.
No more bets.
Three. By switching, I caught this instead of getting another whack. Go ahead and rebet, respin.
No more bets.
That's a whack for every system. So now we're going to 3x Martingale. So we're going to bet 120 on the high numbers. And then instead of betting 20 on the first dozen, we're going to bet 60.
No more bets.
Still a total of $180 being bet on this second tier. 31, that's a win. We've recovered. And so now we drop back down to the first tier. 40 plus 20.
No more bets.
That's a win. Rebet.
No more bets.
Respin. That's a win. We'll just do this for a couple more spins and we'll end this session.
No more bets.
$21, that's another win. We're getting pretty lucky hitting our high numbers here.
No more bets.
$26, that's another high number. So I've been doing most of my system reviews on single zero wheels. Do you think I should do them on double zero wheels? In my mind, it doesn't really affect the reviews that much, but it will affect the overall odds of my results. There's going to be an additional whack every 38 spins that I spin on this app. But if you guys have high demand for it, and I think a lot of people are asking for it, I can switch to a double zero roulette wheel. That's fine.
No more bets.
But I do think you should really be looking for single zero roulette wheels wherever you can. If you're able to afford a single zero roulette wheel, it's much more preferable than a double zero. And obviously a lot more preferable to a triple zero roulette wheel, which you should never be playing, by the way. So 24, that was another win. Let's go ahead and rebet and respin.
No more bets.
CEG, yeah, they reviewed this and gave it a grapefruit, which is their highest tier. It's basically an A that they gave it.
No more bets.
Probably because they only had to hit the second tier one time and they recovered right away. 7, that's another push for us.
No more bets.
So betting with this modified version of the system, the 6 whacks move from 1 through 6 to 13 through 18. The original author of this system said that you should walk away when you're up 120 or when you go broke. So we're actually much further than being up 120. Let's go ahead and rebet and respin.
No more bets.
I don't really like these hit and run systems. I don't think they offer a lot of value to you to just sit down and play, try to get lucky for 1 or 2 spins, or in this case 6 spins. But we seem to be doing pretty well on this run. We've recovered nicely when we've had these triple X Martingales.
No more bets.
I mean, it gets scary. You're betting 9 times your original bet at one point. 32. It's another $20 win. And maybe we'll do this another 1 or 2 more spins.
No more bets.
23, another win. And we'll make this our last spin,
No more
unless
bets.
I have to martingale. 4, that's a push. So we're actually up 340. That's almost 3 times what they suggest walking at. They suggested walking when you're up 120. We're almost up 360. As I said before, I initially gave this system a plum. I think with my modifications, I might bump it up to a plum plus, something between a plum and a peach, a B. But I think the 3x martingale aspect of it makes it pretty scary. And the fact that you only win $20, you only win 1/3 of your bet, means it makes it very difficult to recover. That's why you have to 3x martingale to recover your losses. It's not much higher than a plum, I'd say at this point, but it may seem like a grapefruit. CEG gave it a grapefruit. They really had an incredible run where they kept hitting their numbers, so that may have biased their rating of the system. Anyway, what do you guys think of this system? Would you change it in any way? What do you think of the martingale aspect of it? If you have suggestions on how to change the system, let me know in the comments below. So if you enjoy this content, remember to like and subscribe. Always gamble responsibly. Never ever play 000 roulette, and peace out, donkeys.